Alrighty. Hello. Thank you, everyone, for joining. It is currently 7 p.m. South African time. Just want to take a moment and obviously let a few more people hop in. We're going to give a few more people, just about 5 minutes before we really get into everything. But as we have some people on the call, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly just introduce myself and just share a little bit about why it is that we're actually all here today. So to just begin, my name is Brendan Duplessis. I have been now partnered with LifeWave for close on 2 years now. And I'll tell you that it's been one of the best ever experiences and journeys of my entire life. And I'll say that even though I am young, what I'll say is that LifeWave is full of people that have so much insight and wisdom. And I think I'll just count myself very blessed and lucky to have actually found out about X39 and the information that we're going to share here tonight. Because it's once you actually have the X39 come into your life, I can guarantee it's going to change almost everything. It's going to change the way that you view yourself. It's going to change the way that you look at other people. But most importantly, it's going to actually change the way in which you deal with people, how you think about, are you going to sit back and see how people are just struggling and allow that to be the case? Or are you going to take charge, basically what I did, and decide that people deserve to live better? And when you hear about something that can actually help other people, it's kind of like, as Mena says, it's like our duty. We have a proper duty to share, and it's like a mission. So, just a little bit about how I actually came into LifeWave during that very that very bad time of COVID. My mom had actually contracted COVID, and she was extremely sick. That recovery journey was not easy, and I think a lot of us have actually we've all lost someone that we knew in COVID. We've all had loved ones that were sick with COVID. And now we're actually facing issues with people that have actually, decided to also take the vaccine. There's many people that are also struggling with that. So the issues persist. However, my mom, when she did get COVID, she was out for the count. She was like at home. She actually needed to be on a nebulizer. She could barely do anything. She couldn't go out. And as she slowly started recovering, her energy never actually fully, restored. She was always lacking energy. If she did anything was like a lot. If I took her to breakfast on a Saturday, by like 11, she said she just can't. She has to go home and sleep. And, what we're going to talk about is quality of life. And basically, I saw my mom's quality of life truly suffering. And that's when you see someone and you know someone is hurting, your ears are always listening to see where is there something that could possibly help. And that happened when I actually came into contact with Greg. He's actually part of a networking group. And at this networking group, Greg had actually shared how these little X39 patches had helped him with his neck pain, his shoulder pain, his back pain. And, it actually stopped him from spending hundreds of dollars at the chiropractor. And his quality of life has continued to actually get better as he gets older. Now, that's not typical. Most people, as they get older, their life becomes more bad. But Greg continues to just get fitter, continues to operate better, and just continues to help more people. And after he had shared how it helped him, I said, listen, my mom is struggling. She doesn't have energy. I'm really worried about her. And he said, look, the X39 is perfect. You got to give it at least 1 month for every decade you've been alive. And at that point, he suggested that she did it for at least 6 months. And I said, hey, but if this thing is that good, I want some of this for myself as well. And that transpired. Well, I also got to give it a few months. And I had a few other people that came to mind. And he actually suggested a really great starting package for me. It really fit what I was looking for. And I got started. I actually took out a loan to get started because I was actually quite excited. And I kind of didn't want to wait. I wanted to know, how is this thing going to help me? How's it going to help my mom? So why delay when, the best way to figure it out is to just put it on, because you can research and you can watch videos and you can talk to doctors and all these stories. The most important thing is putting it on and being consistent. The same way you brush your teeth, if you wear the patch like that, your life is going to change. So fast forward a few months, my mom had been on the patches, and during the COVID spell, she had actually lost a lot of hair. Like, it was so bad. She said she used to come out the shower and she would be in tears because her hair had, like, she had just taken out clumps of her hair. And that's from the stress of your body going through something as traumatic as COVID. And it's just so tragic, man. People are still living like this. Anyway, so a few months later, she started seeing little baby hairs come back. Her hairdresser even took a photo and said, "Look at this. This is actually so interesting." Little baby hairs start growing out, and slowly but surely her energy started improving. And I mean, I was actually just talking to a friend earlier about, how many, my mom is in her 60s now, and how many people in their 60s are struggling. My mom herself has two friends that are younger than her, and both of them are struggling with cancer and very bad cases of it. And it just makes me like wish that I had actually known about this. I wish my mom had known about this thing, you know what I mean, when it first came out, so that she could have told her friends. But that's what we're actually here for today, is to share how can we actually, one, improve our own quality of life, but two, how can we actually impact the quality of life of the people around us. But most importantly, without us opening up our mouth, because sometimes we want to talk too much and we want to have too much things going on. We actually want something that's going to help people without us having to be in the room, they're talking to them, right? We want something that's working in the background. And that is actually what X39 is all about. You put it on, you forget about it, and it's very simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually open up with a video. It's a really powerful video. It actually just sets the frame of what it is we're going to be speaking about. But just before I do that, I want to just say thank you so much, Mena, for allowing me to have the time tonight in order to present for you guys. I love helping you out. And you know what? This is actually one of the best things I ever do in my life. Like, it really is like a side hustle. I do LifeWave not as like it's my job. I do it when I see the opportunity, when I see someone. It's such an easy thing to fit in, and we're all busy with things. There's kids, there's family, there's this drama, there's that thing. Everything's happening. There's storms, there's but with LifeWave, it can find its way into any of that, and that's what we want to actually show you. So just give me a moment as I actually just pull up my screen quickly. There we go. And again, thank you everyone for coming. We actually just hope that you manage to get the replay out to your friends after this. Okay. Just let me know if you can hear this.
In a world searching for answers, one discovery is changing everything. A patch, no bigger than a quarter, built not to treat symptoms, but to wake up the healer inside you. This is X39, a wearable, light-activated patch. Designed by David Schmidt, an inventor with over 200 patents. His mission? To reverse aging naturally. This isn't science fiction. It's stem cell activation without injections, without pills. Your body repairing itself. The results? Life-changing energy, recovery, sleep, relief. And the medical world? It's taking notice. Still skeptical? Visit thisisitinfo.com. You'll find the studies, the patents, the proof. It's all there. But there's more. This tiny patch isn't just transforming lives, it's creating freedom. Because behind it is a business model built for the bold. Real people, real results. Income that scales with impact. And here's why. Because this breakthrough technology is patented and exclusive, It offers a lucrative business plan that allows you to compound your efforts. More people than ever are struggling in today's economy. You can no longer rely on your own sweat equity alone to make a living. This business model allows you to duplicate yourself and, even better, to benefit from other people's efforts. So your income no longer depends solely on you. By duplicating yourself over and over, the income potential is far greater than a conventional job, career, or profession. And you're never alone. The This Is It system gives you the tools, the path, the team. All you have to do is start. The question is no longer if it works, it's whether you'll act or let this moment pass. Will you keep waiting or finally feel your body come alive again? Will you stay financially stuck or build something that lasts? Isn't it time to start living life on your own terms? The This Is It action plan will set you on a path to live out the dreams you have for your family. Get back with the person who shared this video so you can experience the age-reversing health and the exciting lifestyle that thousands are already enjoying. This is the technology, this is the team, and this is your moment. This is it.
Well, that is actually super awesome. So let's actually, there we go. So thank you so much for obviously watching that. I think it's really, really awesome that we also again have a powerful way for us to try and get this message out, because one of the things we love to ask people that don't know about X39 is, have you been patched yet? That's actually one of the things that Greg had actually also said to me. Has your mom been patched yet? Greg, how do I get these things on her? And that's also another thing. This is a very important question because, again, when we say to you that you come in here tonight to hear more information for yourself, but the most important thing is the fact that you were able to physically make it here means that you probably have people in your life that weren't able to make it here and that are struggling. And that is actually the people that we would like you to share this with, because, we always might have someone that is in more need. And whenever we hear someone saying, oh, my word, my knee has been so sore, or I had an injury that's not recovering, I just don't feel the same, I have this pain, I'm struggling with this thing. What can you say to them? Not, oh, I'm so sorry to hear. No, I'm so sorry. I wish it was different. Hopefully you get better. What can you say? You can say, have you been patched yet? Have you been patched with X39 yet? And see where that conversation leads you, because it's going to help you elevate, activate, and regenerate. So who is actually behind this X39 patch, right? And you can see I actually am wearing my X39 here. And the gentleman who is behind, his name is David Schmidt. He is the CEO and inventor of X39, and he currently has over 200 patents. The most important thing is he is a scientist and inventor. He's not a Wall Street dude. He's not someone that's just into trying to get companies up and running and then ditches. This is literally him working in his backyard, growing up, that whole story. This is literally what we're living through. And what happened is that he specialized in age reversing, but in 2008 he started focusing his attention on stem cell research. Okay, now only recently has stem cells been something that many people actually know about, but already in 2008 David Schmidt was thinking, what is a challenge that is going to persist throughout human time? Imagine, have you ever thought about something like that? How profound is that? Thinking about what is a challenge that shall persist throughout human time, right? And that's when he actually realized the power of stem cells, because with stem cells, it holds the power of healing, of recovery. And he took 10 years and pumped over $4.5 million into the development of X39 to bring it to markets. And that's how long it took for us to get the patent. Now, like I just said, it is a patented technology, what we're talking about, the X39. It may, it's just this little thing that you see I'm wearing, but it's literally a nanotechnology. And through the studies that we did to get our patent approved, it actually was shown that invention, which may be worn anywhere on the human body, as you can see here, causes a beneficial effects in the human body as a result of elevating copper peptide. So that's actually what the X39 is doing at a very, very micro level. And because of elevating this copper peptide, that includes activating your stem cells, improving your energy, elevating antioxidants, reduction in inflammation, managing your pain better, improving your stamina, elevating your own collagen production, and really, really awesomely improving your wound healing. Right? I'm going to share some testimonials a bit later about improved wound healing. That is actually one of the core focuses of our testimonials because you can see the progression. But all of these things actually happen. So you're actually going to only get a very small picture tonight of what it can do. This is why we say it's much better when you put it on because then you can experience it, not just hear about it, because no one believes the things they just hear. It's what you experience is what's real to you. That's your truth. So why the X39 stem cell activation patch? Well, your whole body is actually made up of stem cells, right? They literally make up everything in your body. If you cut your finger, what's the first thing that starts activating in your body to try and get it fixed again? It's your stem cells, right? Every single thing transcends from your stem cells. But the thing is, as you age, your stem cells start becoming dormant. They start going to sleep. they start starting thinking, hey, this thing of trying to keep up with all these injuries and all these things you put in my body through, they can't keep up. And they start saying, I'm knocking off, I'm going to bed now. And at 30, you have only 50% of your stem cells active, right? At 30 already. At 60, you have less than 10% of your stem cells active, right? That's why as you get older, that frustrations of having your back paining and your feet hurting and being on medication, it's all because your body just can't keep up with the damage and deterioration that age is bringing, right? Your body just can't heal fast enough. But when you're like 20, your body can heal the whole time. I mean, a simple one is like if I had to cut my finger really quick, like I'm going to be over it, and it's like I'll just go about my day. But someone that's over there, like in 60s, they could cut their finger and now it's a big drama, for like 3 weeks. They have to dress a wound and they have to, try keep it clean and all of this because their body just can't heal. It's so sad. That's why I'm here tonight. I mean, if any, it's not that I need this thing the most, and that's what we're saying. Everyone that's on the Zoom, it's not about you getting the information. It's truly about you hearing it so that you know how to actually tell other people because the other people are struggling more than us tonight. And that is the message. And a really cool thing is opportunity happens by creating solutions, right? There's so many problems in the world. There's people that don't know that their stem cells are becoming dormant, right? Everyone is aging, but they don't understand why. Why does my back hurt? Why is my feet sore? Why am I in so much pain? It's because your body is not keeping up with the healing. So many people are also struggling financially, right? That's, I think, a lot more people on here tonight can maybe relate to. Because at the end of the day, there's always another bill that has to be paid. If you own a house, there's always maintenance. If you have a car, there's always going to be a service. If you're a person, you have medical aid or, Medi-Aid or something they call it in America. There's always problems, and it's all expenses. And that's not the other side is one, you got the side of actually helping people realize how important are stem cells and how we can help them leverage this powerful tool, right? They can utilize something to help them get this benefits, knowing how powerful stem cells are and what they can do to be a part of that change. How can they be a part of it? And another side of it is that we have actually partnerships, right? We'll actually partner with you in our free time, right? We'll partner with you and help you understand how does LifeWave operate? How can you actually share this in a really loving way, right? In a really loving way, in a way that you care about people and actually get a bit of a reward for that. Because at the end of the day, no one wants to do anything for free. At least here, You actually get rewarded for doing something that actually is very important to people. So how does it work? Okay, so it's very simple. We have a website as well that explains all of this, but we want to give you a high-level overview. Inside here is a proprietary form of phototherapy, right? Inside this little patch, right? Inside this little white area, okay, is a nanocrystal technology. And all it's doing, right? You can see it here again, inside here. All it's doing is reflecting your infrared lights to activate, right? It reflects your own body's heat, stimulates your skin, and boom, it starts elevating that copper peptide. Right now, this is going to sound crazy if it's the first time you're hearing about it, but this is for you to understand that there is something happening here. You know, we're not just telling you it works. We're saying, how does it work? And if you don't understand, you wanna understand some more, you can go do some more research. But the most important thing is that there's no drugs, there's no chemicals, and there's no stimulants, right? Completely non-transdermal and non-invasive. So you can go and research how it works. More importantly to me, like I still actually struggle to understand this. More importantly to me is that there's nothing bad going into me. And that's all I need to know, right? I don't give, I don't care how it works. You know, like, do you care how your phone works? Do you want to know how the RAM is working and how the storage is storing your things? Do you want to know that? No, you just want your phone and know, okay, it's not gonna, it's gonna do what I need it to do. Boom. That's that's for me. Yeah, as long as it works, I'm happy. It's not damaging my body. Let's continue. The benefits of X39, and this again, this is these are the things that start taking place. But that's why people with certain conditions, it starts actually, coming right again because of the fact that all these things happen together. Okay. So the whole point of X39 is to help you achieve what we call optimal health, being in a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. Now, that's a big one. But like I just said to you, X39 is going to do all of these things in your body. And the thing is, with all of these things happening in your body, that's what leads to your body repairing and recovering from an issue. Okay. So it's not like, oh, will I only get increased strength, or will I only have mental clarity, or will I only sleep better? All of these things are going to happen. And as a result of your body doing all of these things, a condition that you might ask me for a testimonial, I have this condition, I have this autoimmune, I have this thing. I'm so sorry to hear. What I can tell you is that X39 is going to help your body operate in a much more optimal way. You're going to have all of these benefits, and that's going to help your body potentially reverse whatever condition it is you want to ask. So it's not, we can't say yes, it will or no, it won't. We have testimonials of people that have had an experience, but what we can guarantee you are these things on the page, and that's amazing. Most of the other supplements or other things out there only do one of these things at a time. This is everything in one patch. So what are the long-term results? These are the benefits you're going to start feeling, but what is actually happening in your body? Why are these benefits persisting? Well, it's because within the first few days, about 4,000 genes are resetting. Within about 6 weeks, your brain starts becoming balanced. Within a few months, your collagen is increasing. And within 6 to 12 months, your heart starts reversing in age. And David Schmidt himself has said, listen, this is not an anti-aging cream. This is not an anti-aging product. It's an age-reversing product. We actually won an award for this, having the best technology in the stem cell industry. I'll actually bring it up later in the show. Can you imagine? It's not an anti-aging. You've never heard of age reversing before, only in play. This is real life now. How do you wear X39? Well, very simple. I put this thing on this morning at 8 a.m. You wait for 12 hours, right? Within an hour, at the end of this presentation, I take it off, right? And while I'm wearing it, it's helping my body elevate copper peptide. That's activating my stem cells, and that's reversing and regenerating the damage in my body. So that's what this all means. It elevates copper peptide, activates your stem cells, regenerates the damage. Simple. So then you remove it for 12 hours. So from 8 p.m. tonight until 8 a.m. tomorrow, I'm going to rest. I'm going to help my body repair. I'm going to drink some water. And I'm going to make sure that while I'm sleeping, my body is rejuvenating. What a beautiful process. Like I get to do this every day. What a beautiful thing. I'm so blessed. Wow. And the testimonials of X39 are emotional and life-changing. So let's get into that. So I'm going to try and fly through this as quick as I can because it's already 25 past. But we just want to actually show you, right, what is happening when people start wearing X39, right? This is not a reflection of what will happen to you. What we want to show is what has happened to other people so that you can be more informed. Okay, this happened to this guy. How's it going to help you? I don't know. Put it on. That's the bottom line, right? We don't know what it's going to do until you put it on, and then we can see, okay, how are you doing? How's this going? How's this condition, So you can see within 24 hours, right? Really rapid skin improvements. Here again, day 1, day 5. This is truly amazing. This gentleman has diabetes, and they'd actually said that they'd have to amputate his leg if nothing improved, right? And boom, day 5, right? So we're in the X39. Look how much better that blood flow in his leg is. And why is that happening? Well, here we have the answer again. We sometimes actually have doctors that join these international calls, and this is a perfect photo for them because they actually understand this. This is a picture of someone's blood before they put on the X39, right? This is signs of clotting, heart attack, stroke, very unhealthy blood, very unhealthy blood. Just 24 hours later, after wearing X39, it's signs of oxygenated, free-flowing, healthy blood. These are your little blood cells. They're not clotting together. That's a stroke is a clot. Here you can see all flowing nicely. Now you can see why this gentleman's foot is healing that way. The blood flow is happening because it's all resetting and regenerating. People feel so awesome on this thing. It's so cool. 10 days later, on a bruise, right? I mean, what more do you need when you can see circles, right? I wonder, this patch is a circle, that's a circle. Huh. Maybe the patch is doing something. I don't know. Yeah, you can see inflammation in the ankles. 22 days later, there you go. This is after an accident. This is a younger gentleman, but there you can see the rapid wound healing. We mentioned that earlier. Like I said to you, we're showing you wound healing. Here you can see how rapid it is. 5 days. I mean, I've experienced stuff like that. Where I actually cut my whole finger on a fence, right? I was running and I cut my whole finger open. It was bleeding crazy. And actually, by the time I got home, the whole thing had like clotted well enough that I didn't have to like go for stitches or something like that. I actually just put a little plaster on it, but it stopped bleeding, which was a true miracle. 3 days later for mobility improvements, right? All of us with loved ones. Excuse me. So here you can see 1 to 3 months. Oh, look at this kid. 1 month, 45 days. 2 months. Good thing I don't have to talk much while I'm sorting myself out. 2 months. Hair growth. Oh my word. Right? What a big difference that is. Here you can see her color is actually starting to come back a little. 3 months later, this gentleman's life is changed forever. Imagine the insecurity you have. I mean, men are very, like, hair to a man is like how makeup is, I guess, to a woman. I mean, even women, you care about your hair, right? It's not actually different. Imagine being bald on your head. How would you feel? It's the same for a guy. And it's not the one. But here you can see 3 months. This is actually Mena's friend. She suffered with a condition called alopecia. And same thing, balding, right? Losing hair. And after 3 months, right? This is another awesome one. This was someone who had fractures for over 7 years that would never heal, right? If you have a fracture, typically your body is supposed to release stem cells to heal that. But sometimes the fractures just, your body can't. This was after wearing the X39 for a few months. The bone started fusing again. X-ray vision here, right? This isn't like, oh, this is some tiny story or something I heard, by someone. This is X-ray. Vertigo, right? After 3 months, X39, very, very, very helpful. 5 months later, Bell's palsy after 3 months. Right, here you can see after 1 year, 1 year with Yolandi. Oh my word, Yolandi, that story is just, it makes me want to cry actually. When she found out about X39, she was taking so much pain medication. She was on morphine and trying to still operate her business. Imagine being on the strongest painkiller and you're still trying to operate your business to bring in an income. And you can just imagine now, right? She's actually a qualified medical professional. And she actually, one of the things that she does with her patients when they come in, she actually asks them, oh, I have tinnitus and this thing is happening. Then she'll say, have you been patched yet? Have you actually been patched with X39 yet? And she actually gets her clients to try the X39 because sometimes it actually helps her patients reverse the conditions they come to her with. How powerful, right? Doctors on X39. Okay, we're almost done with this. Doctors on X39, right? You can go search any one of these doctors and find more information. Olympic athletes on X39. Here's a swimmer. Here's also Serena Williams, right? The list goes on. Go into Google and find out. 10 days later with animals, right? Shame. So here is where we're going to make a slight transition. Okay, we just gave you so much information there, right? I mean, the testimonials just kept coming and kept coming and kept coming. So if you would like to if you're still unsure about something, how really is it going to work, Brendan? Because I want to know. No problem. No problem. We don't have time for that tonight. But what I can say is if you go to thiscityinfo.com, like I can guarantee you 100% of your questions are answered. And if you come to me with a question, you know where I'm going to go. I'm going to go to thiscityinfo.com and I'm going to at least see where is the answer there. And I'm going to send you say, if you go to thiscityinfo.com, you scroll down here, you'll actually find the answer. Right, that is actually how it's going to work. So might as well go check it out for yourself so that we don't have to delay in that process. Now what I want to talk to you about is what has happened since X39 has been released into the markets. What has transpired? What has happened with all these testimonials supporting this growth, right? Here you can see in 2021, right, LifeWave was averaging about $20 million, right? And in the space of just 4 years, right, LifeWave grew to $600 million. 20 million to 600 million. That's an over 3,000% increase. And X39 was released in 2021, at the end of 2021. And boom, in space of 4 years. And again, LifeWave is actually currently 20 years, like over 20 years old now. And we operate in over 75 countries. So we are a global company currently. And that's another awesome thing is that when we say that we have a brand partnership available to you, we want to partner with the brand that you have, right? We actually want people, like the people we really, really are looking to partner with, are people that are go-getters in the sense that they have an influence in people's lives, right? They care enough about people that they want to make a positive impact. And we take the LifeWave brand and we put it behind you. And it's such a strong move. With my actual business that I work with, this is such a powerful tool that I can actually lead with, because everyone is struggling. And again, sharing it with someone, just that simple thing has helped the company grow to 600 million. We're currently the number one momentum company. Okay, the number one. If you go to businessforhome.org, you search LifeWave, you can actually get more details on LifeWave because we're actually very transparent about how we operate, how much money we make, how much do we pay out, right? If you have a business, how transparent are you with what you do with the money in the business, right? LifeWave is very transparent because we actually pay back 60% the money generated in the company back to the people who share it. 60%. So there you can find out more about the company. Like I said to you earlier, right, we actually recently won an award for, here you can see it says LifeWave wins the 2025 Biotech Breakthrough Award, right? So it says here that this year's program attracted thousands of nominations from over 15 different countries throughout the world, serving as a global recognition platform that encourages bold ideas and solutions that will shape the future of biotech. This is very exciting for me. I'll tell you that, man. I don't know how you feel, but for me, this is very exciting. LifeWave product wins Stem Cell Innovation of the Year. Stem Cell Innovation of the Year. So, do you want to do stem cell injections, or do you want to use the Stem Cell Innovation of the Year? That's literally available at a very cheap price. So how do we actually help you, right? Again, I just said it's at a very cheap price. I should actually say more affordable, right? But no one likes the extra expense, right? No one actually likes the extra expense. And I mean, like I said to you earlier, we always have expenses. Paying your phone, your car, your house, your kids, your everything. You're paying for food, everything, right? It's all expenses, and we don't like another one, another responsibility. And LifeWave understands this, because why would they want to put that burden on someone, right? We say to you that we come with solutions to problems. And one of the solutions is that we allow you to be a part, to stand behind LifeWave's brand of Stem Cell Innovation of the Year. You get to stand behind that, right? It's not for everyone, but you can, right? And how we help you here. We'll put your face, your photo here. We'll help you here. Is that this system allows you to duplicate your efforts, okay? Now, this might be something that you've heard about before. All I'm going to say is that this is the first time I've ever heard of something like this, and I'm going to share what I've experienced, okay? What's important, right? What's important? Why are you even working? What motivates you to get up and go and do something, right? Why do you work for money? Who is standing behind that vision? Who is there causing you to push harder, right? Is there even something like that? You know, some people are just like a leaf. You know, life is just, they just like on zombie mode. They're just going through life. They don't even realize how fast the time is going. You know, they blink and 5 years have passed. It's the same routine, right? Maybe also you're on the call, right? Maybe you're just not where you want to be. Are you achieving the things you want to achieve? Are you, this is this is a different type of subject, but we want to be transparent with you, because in today's world, there's nothing like the truth. And if we can actually partner up with people that want to understand the truth, that's what changes the game. And what's more important to you? What's your truth? Is it being with your family more? Spending more time with the grandkids? Better health? Do you have that pain in the morning? Do you have sustained energy? Are you achieving the things you want to achieve? And is your body keeping up? What about traveling? Are you traveling as much as you want to? Maybe you have some debts, right? If you own a house, that's a big thing, right? You're paying that off every month, but it's this big debt bubble. Maybe that's what motivates you to work. I have to pay my house off, right? Like, I have to go to work. But is that what you want to do with your time? Do you want to work for your life, or do you want life to work through you, right? Make life work, right? And how do we do that? Well, before I actually go on to that, is who are the 4 people you love and care about? Who are the 4 people that's important in your life? why wouldn't you want to share this with them? So let's show you what happens when you do. So getting started is as easy as helping a few friends and placing them inside our little structure. Okay. Now, what this allows you to do is that you are able to start sharing this, right? This amazing, impactful products with people and be rewarded. So one of the first things that we help you achieve is what we call a one-star manager. Okay. This means basically helping two people that you love and care about, and you're basically going to get them started and help them get joined in the LifeWave community. And just two people, LifeWave already says, you know what? Because you want to impact already just two people, we want to bless you with $25 a week by them remaining active, using the products, engaging with the community, also maybe deciding to share, because why not? Right? It's like, if you found water and everyone is dehydrated around you, are you going to be the a-hole, right? That just says, this water's for me. Thank you, just for me. Not even tell people about the water, but everyone's dying of dehydration. Or do you want to be the person that says, oh my word, there's so much water here. There's so much opportunity. There's so much impact that I get to share. And I want to actually get people to be a part of this. Now imagine you do that again for two more friends, right? I asked you, who are the four people you love and care about? Now you extend maybe the second week, right? We help you the first week. Just share, because let's get people experiencing it. Because again, the testimonial, can I tell you, the most impactful testimonial isn't what happens to you. It's what happens to someone you care about. What was the story I shared today? What happened to my mom? Right? The story that you're going to share is what happened to someone you care about, right? What happened to me, I haven't even said anything about that yet. Right? I have no more migraines. My energy is crazy. Like, I wake up early and I work till late. And I love it. It makes me so excited. I get to do this, right? It's almost 8 p.m. People are watching Netflix right now. We're on a Zoom. We want to improve. And I love that. Well done for doing that. Right? Two more people. Right? So now you shared LifeWave with four people. LifeWave says, oh my word. For just doing that, and they engaging also in the community, we're going to give you $50 per week for 9 weeks. Right? I'm sure you've told more than four people in your life about McDonald's or something like that. Right? Or the grocery store that you shop at. I'm sure you told them, oh, I got this thing at this shop, at Woolworths, no, at Walmart. I got this thing at Walmart. Every time you talk about that, that's you repping for them. Right? You're repping for them for free. Free advertising. Blah, 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 Walmarts. Right? Now Life is going to say, listen, we know how powerful it is, this tool, and it's unfair for us to only benefit. So every time that you say, wow, LifeWave, la, 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 X39, we're going to reward you for that. And people getting healthier, people living better. You're going to get even better results with that, right? You can see it says here, earn up to $25,000 a week, right? And this is in one method, in one way in LifeWave, one way that LifeWave decides to actually reward us. So again, conventional business, right? Maybe we just want to actually help you understand what a partnership, what the difference of our partnership model is compared to you maybe thinking, okay, I like pancakes and I want to start a pancake business. Maybe that's a dream of someone. That's going to be very high startup cost, right? Let's just imagine you start a pancake business. You have to buy the pans, you have to buy the gas, you have to make sure that you got enough batter, right? And if you really want to do well, maybe you want like 3 of these stores opening at once, right? Maybe that's a dream. It's high risk, right? Maybe people don't want pancakes at the end of the day. Lots of stress, it's actually, I would say, very stressful. You're working by the fire, right? You have to flip these pancakes. Long hours, right? It's a whole day. You want to make sure that everyone who wants a pancake, you are open because you want to sell pancakes, right? Because if you're trying it, you must go for it. You mustn't, only sell pancakes, just for one day of the week, eh? Is that going to be a successful pancake business? Right? Maybe then you have to test your recipe, right? You have to trial and error, which is a good recipe. What are people buying? Maybe people want pancakes with Nutella. People want pancakes with ice cream. Learning curve, right? Maybe you've never cooked in your life. Now you have to learn how to make pancakes, how to maybe decorate the pancakes so it looks nice. Put more toppings. How do you make sure you fill the pancake nicely? Right? And it's limited earning potential. Because at some points you're gonna get sick of making pancakes. And how successful are you gonna make your business before you get sick of it? Okay. I just wanted to keep it very simple, right? Now let's transition to a LifeWave brand partnership. Completely no risk because your partnership with us is dependent on you actually liking X39, you actually using X39. Stress-free. Stress-free. No one puts pressure. I'm not pressuring anyone. We just want people to open their eyes and actually have the information. Make your own schedule, right? This was something I decided to do tonight. You guys all decided to join us tonight, right? It's the same thing. You can decide that when someone says that they're struggling, you can decide now to say, I'm sorry about that. Or you can decide to say, have you actually been patched with X39 yet? Have you heard about X39? You can say, listen, I'm going to share some information with you. We have this really cool 3-minute video. I'm going to share it with you. It's just going to maybe give you a better idea. That's something that you can decide. A proven system, right? No trial and error. Right? This presentation is exactly something that you would also be able to use, right? The proven system is that we want to help you get the 4 people you love and care about using X39. And we have proven that if we can do that, and we just help 4 people, right? Every time a new person comes in, let's help 4 people they love and care about, their minimum. Let's help 4 people. If we've shown that if we can help every new person sign up 4 of the people they care about, I mean, sign up, I would say enroll, right? Help the 4 people they love and care about enroll and get started with LifeWave. It's going to benefit them. Mentorship. I mean, we have so many really great leaders, people that have established other businesses that got to a point that they didn't need to do that other business anymore. And they too discovered something that had more meaning, right? How much meaning do you have if you make pancakes? How much meaning do you have when you impact people's lives? And now we have people that have literally made millions in their own business show us how to do the same with LifeWave. And they write at a WhatsApp call away. And it's unlimited because everyone in the world, until they have a patch on, there's an issue. Right? And it's very easy to get started. Right? How it works is that we get you with the order form. We send an order form to you. Right? And this allows you to decide where is it that you're going to fit in. Right? Where is the best place for you to get started? So how it works, right, is that we have a few different packages. Right? Like I said to you, I'm going to talk about the one that resonated to me. You can see the other options here. But how did I decide where to get started? Because I can't justify a different pack if that wasn't the one that I wanted. Right? So I'm going to tell you about my experience because we want truth here. When Greg said to me that it's going to be about 6 months for my mom to give it a go, I'm also going to need a few months. Plus, I want to share with other people. Maybe someone else wants to get 6 months of themselves. The best, most affordable option that's going to help you the best way is the premium option. Right? That comes in at about $17.50 and it's the cheapest price per sleeve because it's about $87 per sleeve. Right? A sleeve is this. This is a sleeve. It's a 30-day supply. And how this package works, you get 20 of them. Right? For $17.50 plus tax and shipping. Okay? And that allows you that once you get started, you are able to help the 4 people you love and care about get on the patches as well. Right? So you can work backwards from there. Okay, maybe you just want to give it a go and, you just want to try it out and something, maybe the core pack. But, let's let's, we all want you to make the best decision. What is good is that if you start here, you can climb this ladder till you get to this point, but that's a conversation we can have afterwards. But there is that option as well. So you can do that, start here, then you can go to advanced plus premium. You can climb that ladder. LifeWave allows you to do that. But the most important thing is that you get onto what we call a two-sleeve subscription, right? One, this allows you to actually benefit from the brand partnership. But most importantly, it allows you to have product for two people, right? You are going to wear it, and hopefully your wife or your children or someone you care about, you're at least going to give them that sleep, right? It's me and my mom. And I actually have like a few other people that I support patches with. So even some people, $200 a month, that's a lot. What I showed you earlier, right? What I showed you earlier, right? The four people you love and care about, $50 a week, right? If you share with four people in your first month, you're going to get this money back. So literally by the time your next order, but by the time you need to order again, so that you're still connected in the LifeWave system, you're going to have earned your money so that you can do that. Do you see how we've actually, it's a proven system. You just got to follow it. Four people you love, new people come in, please sign, please get the four people you love and care about on it. And then that starts the momentum. And then therefore people that they have, they love and care about, let's share with them. Not everyone will get four people, we understand. But if we can continue that as the thing, the strategy, how do we help new people? Like when you share life with someone new, how do we help them best? They must get four people. And on a two-sleeve subscription, that allows you to still maintain LifeWave brand partnership as well as have product for you and the someone you care about. So if you want more information on how all of that side of the opportunity works, you can go to thisisateam.com. If you want more info again on X39, you can go to thisisatinfo.com. Right? If you have any questions about X39 itself, you can go to thisinfo.com. But if you have any questions about our partnership opportunity, you can go to thisisateam.com. But remember, the most important thing are who are the four people you love and care about. And it should be our mission to get those four people, or at least four people we care about, trying the X39. If you want to try X39, you need to try and really accept that you need to get four people, because that is how you're going to see it work, right? How, like, you have four chances to watch testimonials transpire, four chances to impact someone's life forever. I mean, I don't know where my mom would have been without the X39. And I mean, we have another lady who says that without the X39, she would have probably actually have passed away because of cancer. Right? That was her experience. So the time is now to make your move. And are you serious about your dream, your vision, your mission? Because there is hope. There is hope. Because if you really care about the people in your life, you would want yourself and them to do better. And we just want to be the easiest solution to that problem. How do you live a better overall life? And that's by sharing X39 with four people. And every new person, let's help them share with four people. And it's going to explode. So anyway, that's a wrap. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We in 10 minutes, we're going to have the next level Zoom. And the last thing that I actually want to share is any South African members that we actually have on the call right now. We are going to be having a presentation, a LifeWave presentation this Saturday. And if I'm not mistaken, that starts at about 9 and is done by 12. And after, what is that again? Sorry, Mena?
Sorry, Brendan, I just wanted to interject. No next level. I did put a message in the chat. Unfortunately, there are some travel delays, so I'm not able to do that this evening. But we are going to be sending out some important information. Next week, we will be recognizing a lot of our new ranks, so do join us on Next Level. But I wanted to say thank you for your presentation. You did an absolutely fantastic job, as always. And we are so grateful to have you partnering with us. Saturday's event starts at 9:30 for prospects. Bring all your friends that don't know about the products. Like Brendan's been saying, you want to get those first four in. So bring all your friends that don't know about it, don't know about the opportunity, and they will be joining Saturday. So make sure you get them there. And then for all of us who are already out there in the trenches and changing people's lives, training for 2 days. Saturday, we will run from after lunch. So everybody will have lunch together. Those of us that are brand partners, we will then run to 5:30. And the plan is for us, Greg and I, to have all of our team that are there get together for like an after event after the Saturday function. And then Sunday we will be doing a whole day of training as well and corporates coming in, so you don't want to miss it. And you also are going to get trained by top leaders in South Africa. So do make it out, invite people to be there. I already have invited a lot of people. So thank you, Brendan. I'm sorry I interjected there. I just wanted to let everybody know no next level. Okay.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, Mena, for clarifying that. And obviously, again, no next level. But as it stands, if there's anyone on this call that would like to join us on Saturday and Sunday, these events are taking place in Sandton. So if you do have time, I actually have a few extra tickets, and I'm actually opening up that to anyone that's actually on the Zoom call, because there's actually a few to go around as well. So please do join us if you have time and you don't have any hectic plans planned for Saturday. Come and experience the LifeWave community. And thank you so much again for your time tonight. Please go out there and achieve your dreams this week. Thank you so much, everybody. Cheers.